Hi, I'm Mark Bickley, and as we count down to a sold-out showdown, welcome to The Crows Show, brought to you by the new Hungry Jack's Roadhouse Jack's Fried Chicken. In today's show, leading from the front, the captain with a record to match the best, and the new deal that gives Tex a shot at joining an elite Crows club. In a season where many players have struggled with consistency, Jordan Dawson's performance has been outstanding. He already has a remarkable record in showdowns with 2 best on grounds in just 3 games.
I think coming back to Adelaide last year, I just felt my game and the way I was playing and the passion I have for this club was there, and then having this role and a bit of extra responsibility is probably something that I didn't realise that maybe I'd really enjoy, and that's probably one thing I wasn't sure sort of how I would go. I was confident in myself, but you never really know until you're in that role. So yeah, to be able to play some decent footy this year and be the captain as well and kind of lead from the front, that's where I really wanted to make sure, what I really wanted to make sure I nailed really. It's been really positive, I think. The year, it's hard to sort of reflect until we sort of at the end of the year, I suppose, but at the moment I'm really sort of happy with where the group's heading, and yeah, there's been a few games where we've been a bit disappointed because we've had some tough losses, but the growth of a lot of individuals and us as a team has been really really positive, and yeah, I'm loving where we're heading. I mean, I remember watching showdowns and they were always a tight game, and you never really got a blowout no matter where the teams were on the ladder, so it still feels like that, the way both teams always play. It's always competitive, it's always a contest game. There's always a bit of fire involved, and that's the best part about footy, I think, is these sort of rivalries. And at the end of the game, and at the end of the day, you do have a lot of respect for the guys out there as well. So, you know, I want to beat Port more than anything, but I do respect their club and their players. But in saying that, I'll do anything to win on game day as well.
To cover himself in glory. It's coming back.
Yeah, the boots from the winning showdown last year, I've got them in the back of my ute, but yeah, I'll hold on to them for a while. I think I'll put them somewhere special at the end of my career, I reckon.
With showdown greats Mark Rasciuto and Sam Jacobs each winning 3 medals, Jordan has the chance to equal that club record tonight. And of course, it's already been a massive week at the club, with Taylor Walker signing a new deal.
Pumped, mate. Yeah, the young kids I'm seeing some great improvement in the kids, and I'm still able to play at a high level. So yeah, to be able to go around again is really exciting for me personally, my family, but also to be able to be a part of this footy club, and hopefully we can get back to playing some finals footy, and I can leave this footy club where we should be, and that's playing finals.
Next year, Tex will be having his 17th season. Just to talk to the longevity of Tex's career and his commitment and his loyalty to the footy club. By season's end next year, Tex would have been on a list here as long as anyone's ever been at the footy club. He'll actually join Tyson Edwards as the only player to have had 17 years on a Crows list. So remarkable achievement that will be.
It's gone pretty quick. When he said that this morning, it actually surprised me. Well, not surprised me, but made me sit back and think, geez, it's been a long time. But it's gone super quick, and I've pretty much been here, I'll be here half my life as of next year. Come now when I was a 17-year-old kid, and I'll turn 34 next year. So yeah, it's been an awesome journey, and one that's got another chapter to it.
If all goes well for Tex, he could become just the 5th player to play 300 games for the Crows.
It's only one man to cover himself in glory. It's coming back and got there. The scenes at the Adelaide Oval.
Come out, Nank. Mate, well done today. Like, super effort, and so pumped to have your family here. Well done.
Like a crossroads in Adelaide season, this one, doesn't it?
Yep, it does. They've got to win 5 to have any chance of finals. Handballing to himself and getting corralled into the pocket there. Sloan back to Rankin. This would be some goal. It is some goal. Murphy, in fact.
Thank you. Harold, if you can go.
Well, Melbourne kicked the first 4 goals of that second quarter. Adelaide come with a couple of late ones and a couple of late misses as well. Over the back, an opportunity. 2 Melbourne defenders there. Rivers one of those. Here comes Keys. Left foot snap, got another. 2 in a row. Back to it, 2-goal games. Keys has got them lining up inside the corridor. Brodie Smith is a long kick. Got it. Still a chance. Just a couple of seconds remaining here. Siren will sound. And Melbourne are going to win by 4 points. A fantastic game of football. They were challenged.
When we trust ourselves and we're brave, we go from being good to great. What costs us, boys, is when we're not brave and we don't trust ourselves and believe in ourselves. The white flag never comes out with screaming. Well done. I know it's disappointing. Stay up, stay positive. Okay, we're playing good footy. We can still do it.
Now, let's turn to a favourite Crows memory. Each week this season, a player has recalled their own special moment in a coffee catch-up with Ben Keys, thanks to Jack's Cafe at Hungry Jack's.
Guys, I'm back in the Jack's Cafe corner. Just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Hungry Jack's. Thanks for all your support. We appreciate what you do. I'm really excited about this one today. I got my good mate, Mitch Hinge, on the show. Hingey, welcome.
Thanks, Kaiser. Pleasure to be here.
You're obviously a South Australian, which was part of the pool coming back to Adelaide, I'm sure. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, whereabouts in SA you're from, where were you drafted from?
Country SA, a little town called Mundella, right in the southeast of South Australia. So, grew up there, came up to school at Sacred Heart in year 10, boarded there and played with Glenelg, Sacred Heart, and then a bit of state footy as well before I got drafted. So it is good to be back, and we've got a big family, and playing a bit of footy as well is always good. So.
All right, Hinge, you're going to move on now to your favourite Crows moment. You obviously played some really good footy this year and last year. What's your favourite Crows moment so far?
I don't think you could ever beat, the showdown last year when our captain, Dawson, kicked the goal after the siren. But to rival that, I reckon, was this year in Texas 250th when he kicked his 10 goals.
Off it, one from it, spins it around the body, the Texas 10.
And we know what kind of man Tekken is. He's a great man. He's a character as well. So those two are unbelievable, and hopefully we've got a few more to come.
Awesome, Hingy. Thanks very much for coming on.
Keza, thanks for having me.
Cheers.
The Crows are involved in a world-first childhood mental health program being rolled out in South Australian schools. The Adelaide Crows Foundation is partnering with the Guy Sebastian Foundation to help students from reception to year 12 deal with issues including bullying, racism and abuse.
We really wanted to make an impact, especially in the mental health area and specifically in youth mental health. We've lost people, so we really wanted to get into early intervention and trying to equip kids with those skills to actually conquer and face these things that life throws them.
Open Parachute is a mental health program for schools that teaches students mental health skills across the age span. So they're learning in class how to build skills to help themselves face and overcome challenges. Everything from simple stress and friendship challenges all the way through to trauma and big things that happen in their lives. And so it's a preventative program. We're really trying to upskill students before they face challenges.
The Adelaide Crows Foundation uses the power of sport to positively impact the lives of local children in need. With the Sebastian Foundation, we have found a like-minded community where we will be able to join forces and make a significant contribution to our community.
I just think all kids should be able to build these skills. You know, they build a lot of different skills in school, and we should be equipping them with the ability to face, especially at the moment, there's so many different challenges that are unique to kids now that are different for us and when we were growing up. But I'd love to see it in you know, almost every school, if not every school throughout the country, and yeah, it's exciting.
Riley O'Brien and Anne Hatchard are the club's ambassadors.
Adelaide are going to win. Phil Walsh's team are going to win. It's the closest showdown ever. Showdown 39. In the closest match in the history of the two clubs, Adelaide win by 3 points. They're in the 8.
Radio show. Fantastic to be here on this Sunday morning, mate. All things going really well. Excited for a big show.
Mate, rugged up as well. We've got the Crows jacket on, the Crows beanie. Join myself, Sauce and Tomo on the Crows Radio Show every Sunday morning, live from 9 till 10 on Triple M. And if you miss the show, download it for free on the Listener app. That's LISTNR.
Landed heavily in that contest with Van Ruin, twisting motion, but yeah, it's definitely that left leg.
I've sort of looked at it a couple of times now. It doesn't look too bad, and at the time it was obviously quite a sharp pain, but it only lasted for 10 seconds. That's why the siren had sort of went, and I was sort of ready to go back on in the fourth quarter, but the doctors and physios, I was in good hands, and they sort of said we'll just manage it, and I'd ruptured my ACL, so not the greatest news, but we'll live on. See, I was staying pretty optimistic, and it was feeling not too bad yesterday. That's when Sez called me and sort of gave me the news. I was pretty, heartbroken and surprised as well, because I didn't think it was going to be that bad because of the way I was moving in the fourth quarter. So it's got to sort of soak for about 10 minutes, but just got to get on with it now and move on. And obviously Tom Duday's sort of in a similar situation, so I've sort of spoken to him and Sloaney about what the timeline looks like and when I'm returned to sort of get back and stuff. So it'd be good to have them to sort of look over me and give me some good advice. I think over the next month or so I'll probably be able to reflect on the year that's been. I've been really proud of the way I've sort of come along this year. Obviously came in pretty raw, I've been able to play a fair bit of AFL footy, but I really feel this year I've been pretty comfortable at the level and being able to have a bit of an impact on games. So we'll take that forward and look forward to next year.
With the help of Jones Radiology, let's get a clearer picture of what one of the players does when he finds time to relax.
G'day guys, my name's Darcy Fogarty and I'm going to show you some photos of things I like to do away from the club. The first photos of the boys playing golf. That sort of takes up the majority of my days off when the weather's nice. We're currently in the middle of a championship tournament at the moment, so there's about 16 boys playing, and it's pretty serious, so that's all good fun. The second pic is a picture of me 2 dogs. They take a lot of my time when I get home after training, or if we have a late start, I'll go and walk them or take them out. And the third pic is a photo of me, my stepbrother, one of the workers back home, and my nephew. We're at a cattle sale there, so whenever I get a little bit of time off, 4-day break, or usually at the very start of the end of the season, I'll go home and sort of chill out back on the farm. So they're all my passions outside of football, and that's what I like to get up to away from the club.
A few weeks ago on the Crows Show, we looked in on the SA Country Championships in the Barossa Valley. From that tournament, a state team was chosen to play WA Country in Perth last Saturday. Bendigo Bank is a great supporter of community football and gives us a look at how they went.
The state country game is vitally important for our country footballers to, I suppose, have an aspirational pathway still. Now that a lot of them have been in the pathway system, whether it be SANFL or junior pathways, and now given back to country football, and they commit to our country championships. So the opportunity for them to play at the highest level possible for them is a massive one, and to play on an oval like Optus Stadium is a huge opportunity. So we rate it very highly. We all know that the country football club is the lifeblood of a community, and along with netball, we partner really well with netball, but we're working really hard to work with local leagues and communities in order to create sustainable football clubs and football leagues, and it's crucially important in that structure.
WA Country dominated for most of the game and ran out 45-point winners. Langhorne Creek's Troy Blackwell won the Barry Stringer Medal for Best of Field.
Take the front spot or shrug him away. Eddie in his pocket.
Oh no, Brian.
Eddie in his pocket.
He owns it forever.
It's hard to know which way this wind's blowing. Eddie runs in. He bends it. He bananas it. He blows him away. Oh, Eddie.
All right, Bon, welcome to the Crow Show. I do have to ask one question. Are we going to be needing subtitles?
No.
No?
Totally understand, mate.
Totally understand, right. Well, first of all, welcome to the footy club. You've been here for a couple of months now. How have you settled into Adelaide?
Yeah, loving Adelaide. The weather's getting nicer. Yeah. So it's nice and quiet and easy to get around.
So you've been at Giants before. We actually play them in Canberra. Have you played at Canberra before?
Yeah, we had one game there against Geelong, I think. So yeah, it's pretty
Chilly?
good. Yeah, I can't even remember. I think it was a night game. But yeah, the Giants would be pretty up for that, playing in Canberra, so we'll see how we go.
We'll probably see you up in the forward line crashing packs. You're pretty tough. What are Crows fans expecting to see from you this season?
I suppose just giving something to the team. If I can make a spot and try and get into the forward line, I'll be doing well.
Lots of guns down there.
Yeah, some talented forwards we have, but yeah, I'd just be delighted to get on and give anything to the team and help you hopefully win a premiership.
Hopefully you do get a run, because you've been super exciting at training. Love your hardness and your crash pack, so no, it should be exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to the season now.
Go Crows.
Make sure you're among the first to secure a Crows AFLW membership for what promises to be an exciting season. And remember, it's not too late to become an AFL member for as little as $35 a game. Join the Crows family today at crowsmembership.com.au. Well, this season's Round 3 showdown was undoubtedly one of the all-time classic Crows wins. Flight Centre reminds us one of the stars that night was Riley Thilthorpe, who bagged 5 goals in a thrilling return to the team. So, as a relative showdown newbie, what's it like playing against the club's fiercest rival?
To the line, Thilthorpe out of the air, did brilliantly, gathered his own crumb and kicked it back over his head in true Thilthorpe style.
It's pretty exciting. We're all up and about, definitely. A loss last week was disappointing, but we moved on pretty quickly, knowing that this is the game that counts, really. Obviously, Aaliyah, a very good intercept marker, so we have to worry about him a little bit, make sure he doesn't have too much of an impact. They've got some pretty good ball users down there, so we'll make sure that we're covering all the exits and trying to keep the ball in our front half. Yeah, Finn Layson, obviously a very good player in some good form. Yeah, he jumps really well and is really good when the ball hits the deck, so I think I match up with him quite well, so it should be a good battle. Definitely try and equalise the hit out if I can't win it, and then try and use my ability on the ground to sort of impact and help out the mids wherever I can. I'm really looking forward to playing in front of our home fans this week, and with the packed house, it's going to be, yeah, unbelievable.
He has nailed it! The Department of Youth are going to win it for the Crows.
And Toyota has been a wonderful supporter of the club since day one. And each week on the show, they're asking you to supply your favourite footy highlight from your local match or league. Today we're focusing on the state's most talented juniors. During the school holidays, all 8 SANFL clubs fielded 2 teams in the Metro and Country Under-15 competitions. The tournament helps each club select players for their Under-16s Centre of Excellence and takes the youngsters one step closer to potentially an AFL career. As we wrap up the show, a reminder, the club's website has all the latest news, and check out the social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for your company, and I look forward to joining you again next Saturday at 1 o'clock on 7 before we play the Gold Coast. Stand by for the Sandful Game of the Week, and in a few hours, the big one. Bye for now, go the Crows. The Crows Show, brought to you by the new Hungry Jack's Roadhouse Jack's Fried Chicken.